network that gives you an additional layer of protection. A lot of people get a little confused by VPNs, so if you're afraid of that or you're not sure, I still suggest have a hotspot with you. And the other thing that can become really important is disable automatic connections. Phones often by default in their settings and other devices will connect to any available Wi-Fi network. And that can be a real danger because you don't know who or where you're connecting with, and so you want to avoid that. American Express has been giving away free use of an app called Boingo, and Boingo does just that. It connects to any network around, and if you're not careful, you could be connecting to a major security risk. So don't use automatic connections. And there are apps for phones and tablets that will prevent that. I have one on my phone that knows when I'm at my office. It knows when I'm at my house, but it also knows that if I'm not near those areas, to turn off Wi-Fi completely and only enable my mobile connection through my provider, which is far more secure than a Wi-Fi connection. So those are all ways to address those issues.
And you already talked about, Dan, making sure you get a hotspot or a plan for your tablet or a separate MiFi, which is the device you see the person holding here. And just make sure that you change your password there because hackers will go after that stuff too, and you want to make sure you follow the rules for a good password with this sort of stuff too. Right, Dan?
Oh, absolutely. I have a variation on the hotspot that's there, and I've had it for years. And you pay for the amount of data you use, but whenever I'm out of the office, if I'm doing a presentation or something, if it's anywhere where I may need access, I have that, and I feel much more comfortable rather than the Wi-Fi. And I've had a few of those devices, and I strongly recommend them. To me, they're an absolute essential. The other thing,
change and all that.
Yeah, the only thing people should remember is that the generic password is typically password, PWD, or admin on all of those devices, and they need to be changed immediately. And you should be changing the default passwords on any devices that you have. And remember that ABC123 and password are the most common passwords. And unless you're using strong passwords in general, which are 14 to 18 characters, they can all be cracked in a matter of literally seconds or minutes with software that's readily available.
And I think it's important